he did it. He's back. We all made the jokes. I'm sure you guys were just as on top of this as we were across all of our shows, but the jokes of the Marcus Johansson contract year always shows out. Can he trick the Wild into giving him another one? Sure as shit, he did. Marcus Johansson back 1 year, $800,000 contract. Jessi, you've had all of like 10 minutes to digest this. How do we feel?
It's funny because, as you mentioned, we were recording Bardown Beauties prior to me jumping on with you. And I was going on because we had, saw Michael Russo's article where it alluded to that this was a possibility that they were going to re-sign Marcus Johansson. And I was like, all right, let's talk about it. And I said, okay, fine. I'd give him a year at maybe $1 million, no more, no less. And then sure as hell, 10 minutes into it, I get an email notification saying it's official. 1 year, 800,000. Fine. I don't hate the cost. I don't hate the term. I think I have come to expect what I need to expect from Marcus Johansson. I don't need, which isn't a lot. I don't need a lot. If I see him playing in the top 6 next year, then we have a problem. I think he is a bottom 6 forward. He can add some depth, and you're right. Technically, he'll be on another contract year next year then, right? So maybe we'll be able to pull that good from him. The fact is you're never going to get the Marcus Johansson you saw in 2016-17, which I think was his most productive year with the Capitals, right? That's gone. I think he can bring some good. He can bring some skill when he wants to play. I would love to see more of that night in and night out effort, and maybe put him in a bottom 6 role allows more of that because you're limiting his ice time. You're limiting the possibility for injury, which shout out to him. He was pretty durable this year, more than we've seen. But in general, I guess if you're going to do it, you did it in a way that I'm not upset. I would love to see if there is a possibility for a no move in that contract that they worked out, or if he's up for potential trade should they need to as some collateral. But otherwise, 1 year, 800,000, fine. Just keep him in a bottom 6 role for me.
Bill Guerin doesn't offer no move clauses. What are you talking about?
No, I know.
I'm with you though. It's really more the issue of like, what's the conversation coming in, right? Is he expecting to play on that second line again? Is he prepared to sit in the press box if he needs to because one of the young players is coming up? Because that's really the only reason I'd be against this, is if it's boxing out a player that's ready. That does this signal to us that maybe no one is ready in Bill's mind? Or is this just an insurance thing because we saw injuries decimate the team last year? And I know fans want to make him the kicking boy, but he played well down the stretch. He was good in the playoffs. He wasn't a problem. This contract's not an issue as long as that contract isn't now like cementing him in the lineup on that second line. If there's flexibility there and if they're ready to take him out, I don't know how you can be mad about this. It's just funny because fans are not going to react well. And I get it.
Yeah. Again, you look at the price though, like really, it's not like you're paying him Yakov Trenin money. You know what I mean? Like you're not locking him into 3 years. 1 year at 800,000 is a drop in the hat. It's fine. It is what it is. But I love the point that you bring up is Liam Ogren needs to play ahead of him. Liam Ogren needs to be in the lineup ahead of Marcus Johansson, I think. And we saw that issue come to fruition last year, right? It was he pushed Liam Ogren out. Now, like you mentioned, was Ogren ready? I think he was. In watching him play, I think he was. And I think that was a favoritism thing or a veteran over a young guy, which again, as a whole, needs to change in Minnesota a little bit. We keep hearing about how great the prospect pool is, how great the farm system is. It's a top 10 in the National Hockey League. The problem is you're not seeing these players because you're not giving them the opportunities that they deserve. Liam Ogren, namely, obviously Jesper Velstad had a tough year last year as well, and you'll see him this season. But I think you're absolutely right. That's the other big thing is keeping Marcus Johansson in that limited role, even as a 13th forward possibly, and allowing your younger stars to shine or any of the free agents that you go pick up this offseason too.
Yeah, and I would hope this isn't a major consideration, but also got to consider, we had Liam Ogren on our show last summer, and he came on and said like how much of a role model Marcus Johansson specifically was to him. Like it's a guy that his dad trained over in Sweden. Mm-hmm. Maybe if it's like a 5-10% sprinkling that like, oh, this is a guy that can also kind of help Liam Ogren make that transition into being an NHLer, all the better.
Sure. Fine. Whatever. Just